Hello, once again, this is Antonio, and I'm coming at you with another exciting video. Now, here we go again. Another case of family court. Dad is open to mediation. Mom has been withholding custody. So let's see how this trial turns out. Y'all don't want to hear me babble on and on. You want to get down to see what's going to happen in this case. And the reason why I do these type videos is because often we all can be in mediation going through family court when you have opposites of opinion on how to raise your children. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and play this video and see how the things turn out.
Has also denied paternity of our daughter, so I would like to get that addressed as well.
I've talked to Ms. Thompson about getting my daughter, and she's denied me for having her.
There is no court order establishing paternity for the youngest child.
And call the matter of Anthony Verducci versus Michaela Thompson, file number 21-18422.
Elliot Blumberg on behalf of the plaintiff who's appearing via Zoom from my office.
And we are here on a motion filed by Ms. Thompson. I do see that Mr. Blumberg also filed a motion regarding custody. There was also a request to address potentially the paternity of one of the children. Ms. Thompson, you're the plaintiff, so I will start with you. What is it that you are asking of the court?
I am asking for specifically parenting time to be established, and then I'm open to 50-50 custody of both children as long as Mr. Verduce stays consistent. He's been kind of in and out, and then he has also denied paternity of our daughter. So
easy to promote a video. Click promote a video and paste your YouTube video with 632 views. Click it and click on the word share.
I would like to get that addressed as well.
Do you dispute that he's the father of that child?
No.
All right, thank you. Mr. Blumberg, from your perspective, where are we at?
Well, Judge, my client has acknowledged paternity. He signed an affidavit of paternity. He took a DNA test that established 99.9% that he is the father of Aviana. So that's not an issue. There has been no order establishing paternity. That's one of the requests that we're making of the court.
All right. I know at one point that child was added to this case. I guess didn't specifically establish paternity, but we will get that addressed then, since there is no parties are in agreement that he is the father of the youngest child. And then Mr. Blumberg, you're seeking to change custody or parenting time. What are you seeking to do?
Well, there is no order of custody or parenting time for Aviana. Judge Hunter denied Ms. Thompson's request for an ex parte order. And in his order, he acknowledged and pointed out there was no custody order or parenting time for Aviana. But if the parties are agreeable, we would certainly stipulate right now to a joint custody, both physical and legal custody of Aviana, with a specific parenting time for both children of a week on, week off.
Ms. Thompson, is that something you're looking to agree to it today?
As far as Jordan goes, I would be open to week on, week off. As far as Aviana goes, Tony has not had her more than a few hours at a time, let alone overnight. So I would not be open to agree to that as far as Aviana goes. I feel like 3 days maximum for her to start would be doable.
Mr. Blumberg, what are your thoughts on trying mediation to see if the parties can get somewhere? It sounds like they're not too far off.
Yeah, I think that would probably be a useful use of the court's time to order the parties to mediation. And so it sounds like we have an agreement, at least as to Jordan, of both joint physical, joint legal with equal parenting time. And I understand, if I'm correct, that there's a similar agreement as to custody as to Aviana, but the issue of parenting time would be referred to mediation.
Is that correct, Ms. Thompson?
Correct.
All right, so you're ready to move forward with the joint, with the parenting time being week on, week off for the oldest child at this time?
Yes.
Do we need to address what kind of, when you guys would switch and that type of thing, or has that already been discussed, Ms. Thompson?
That has not been discussed. I'm open to whatever Anthony would like to do. I think Sundays would be beneficial, so we both get part of the weekend.
Sunday.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Monday to Monday.
My understanding is he is requesting the exchanges on Monday. So every Monday, the exchange would take place.
That would be fine. Then we could do it through daycare as well.
Okay. All right, then I'll take some brief testimony from the parties regarding the portions that isn't in agreement. Ms. Thompson, I'm going to start with you. Would you please raise your right hand? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
So, Ms. Thompson, are you asking this court to enter a stipulated agreement between the parties wherein you agree that the parties would share joint legal custody for both children? Is that correct?
Correct.
And you would have joint physical custody of the oldest child, Jordan. Is that correct?
Correct.
And as to Aviana, that matter, you're agreeing to go to mediation to discuss the physical custody of Aviana. Is that correct?
Correct.
And for Jordan, you're agreeing the parenting time would be week on, week off with exchanges to take place on Mondays.
Correct.
And do you feel this agreement is in the best interest of the children?
I do.
Have the two of you talked ever, ma'am, about holidays and how you would handle holiday parenting time?
No.
I think we can leave that perhaps to the mediation discussion too, since the parties are going to go there. Mr. Reducci, would you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
And sir, are you also asking this court to enter a stipulated order that would give the parties joint legal custody of both children?
Yes.
And as to the oldest child, Jordan, at this time, there would be joint physical custody with a week on, week off parenting time, exchanges to take place on Monday. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes.
And you're also, are you in agreement to go to mediation to address parenting time for the youngest child?
I am not open to mediation because I've talked to Ms. Thompson about getting my daughter and she's denied me for having her. You know, I don't feel like we need to go to mediation. I feel like we can solve this and I should be able to get the same as what I have as my son. I'm a responsible adult. She's over a year old.
Okay, well, we can't have that hearing and that decision today. I can give you guys a hearing date if that is what is the request. Mr. Blumberg, are you requesting a hearing date then on this matter?
Yes, Judge, but with the hope that between now and the ultimate evidentiary hearing, the parties can come to some type of agreement. And if they did, we would certainly inform the court of that.
Okay.
If you want to learn to shoot viral videos, listen up because ContentCritter.com is having its biggest sale ever. Right now.
So Ms. Thompson, he's not agreed to the mediation portion. Are you still looking to go forward and agree to the other terms, ma'am?
Yes. I would also like to add, as far as our youngest child goes, I have asked Mr. Produce to take her many times. We've gotten on a schedule where a couple
That's
days.
okay. That's something I will deal. I'll deal with that in
Okay.
the hearing unless parties reach an agreement. All right.
Okay.
So Mr. Produce, note then we won't do mediation. We will do an actual hearing date then as to any parenting time for the youngest child. Do you feel that this agreement is in the best interest of the children at this time?
Yes.
All right. So we'll set this matter then for April 24th at 1 p.m. That's an in-person hearing. That is to determine the physical custody of the youngest child. The court will prepare the other portions of the order that the parties have stipulated to today. I will withhold making any new modifications to the support order at this time, because that actually was based on equal time for the oldest child. So until we know what we're doing with the youngest child, there's no need to make any changes to the support order at this time. Mr. Blumberg, anything additional you think we need to address today?
I don't think so, Judge. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor,
Ms.
the hearing that's set for March 20th.
Yes.
Okay.
Ms. Thompson, do you have any questions, ma'am?
I do. So going forward until that hearing, how do we go about Aviana? If we can
That's
agree
for the
to
parties.
a time that, okay, okay.
That's for the parties to discuss and figure out. I will indicate that, so Mr. Blumberg, you had a date on for this case on March 20th on your custody motion. The parties don't need to appear for that because we'll obviously hear that motion at the April 24th. We'll have the evidentiary hearing on April 24th at 1 p.m. So the hearing for March 20th at 10:15 is removed.
Very good. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so you clearly see that they had a difference of opinion how they wanted to go about parenting time. They have multiple children, one child. The mom is comfortable with the dad having that child at a period of time, but the younger daughter, who's only, I think, just above a year old, the mom has a different way and a different outcome the way that she's looking about the parental care from the father. So now they're going to have to go and sit in the courthouse to see how things is going to play out per se. Um, give your opinions. Have you ever been through anything like this? You know, married, not married, you have kids, you have a different way that you would like to raise your child. And do you think that the mom is being unfair or is she being overprotective? And one of the key components in this case is they were never married. And then a lot of people often says, well, you don't have to be married anymore, but the courts look at it differently. So be careful if you ever want to have children, because the courts look at it differently. But once again, this is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, subscribe, as we'll be coming back to you with more videos in the future. And once again, we will see you in the next video.